We have enough foundation of a computer system and its languages. We will look at the introduction to C++ language, why it is important, and what are its benefits. So in today's lecture, we will discuss introduction to C++ language and why is C++ so popular. C++ is the only language that is middle-level language, means easy for humans and difficult for computers. Plus, it supports object-oriented programming. Now, we understood the concept of programming language as well as middle-level programming language. Now, we see what is object-oriented programming language. Now, let me remind you one thing, that you are an absolute beginner. You might get the concept of object-oriented programming or might not get it, or you might understand very little part of it. But you do not need to worry about anything. It's very normal because of the two reasons. You are not familiar with the language yet, and you did not start writing programs. But it's necessary to mention this benefit of C++ language in its introduction. So, to understand object-oriented programming, we look at this example. Suppose we have to computerize our banking system, and we have two methods to do so: the procedural approach and the object-oriented approach. In the first procedural approach, we will divide the programs into different sections based on the functions in the system. So for example, C++ program has a separate section for the withdraw function that deals with the money withdrawal function, separate section for deposit that deals with the money deposit function, and separate function for transfer that deals with the money transfer function. And in the second method, that is the object-oriented approach, we will divide the program into different sections based on the objects or nouns in the systems, as like customer, money, and account. So, the C++ program has separate section for the object customer, means this section handles all information about customers and the customer related functions such as get customer data or search a customer data, etc. The program has separate section for the object money, means this section handles all information about money and the functions related to money such as deposit money, withdraw money, etc. Now the program has separate section for the object account, means this section handles all information about account and the functions related to account such as open account, close account, etc. So now the question is, why object-oriented approach is better than the procedural approach? The procedural approach is old and difficult when we think of reusing a piece of code. And when we talk about the object-oriented programming approach, it is the latest, more practical, makes programming easy to understand, and it's also good when we want to reuse a piece of program. So let's revise the definition of object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is performed in terms of objects. And what are classes? Classes also store the information about object. Okay, still unclear? Do not worry. It's normal as beginner, as this is an advanced topic. We will study it in depth in section 11 of the course, and there you can understand it properly. But as I said, that it is necessary to mention this advantage of a C++ language in its introduction. So that's why I gave a brief introduction to it. So let's look at the introduction to the C++ language. C++ is a middle-level programming language that supports object-oriented programming. As we just explained, the C++ was created by Barnes Strostrup in 1983 at Bell Labs. And C++ is an extension of C programming, means the C++ has its own features, plus it can use the features of old language C. C++ is a portable language. Now the question is, what is a portable language? Portable language means that it can run on all operating systems. So if we say that C++ is portable, means it can run on all operating systems such as Windows, Macintosh, and the various versions of Unix, which is a plus point of a language. So why is C++ so popular? Let's look at some factors. It is the only language that supports object-oriented programming and system-level access, these both features at the same time. Now the question is, what does system-level access mean? System-level access means being a middle-level language, C++ requires less translation than other high-level languages. So because of less translation, it's easy to access the system with less effort. Other middle-level languages do not support object-oriented programming. Only C++ does it. And high-level languages do not offer efficient system-level support. So C++ is the only language that offers both these benefits together, means it supports object-oriented programming and it provides system-level access. As C++ is the extension of C, so it uses existing features of C language plus its own features. C++ could be mixed with cool programming languages like Python. C++ programs can be called in the Python language. As C++ needs less translation, so it's faster than other high-level languages. As C++ is fast, so it saves time, and the language also offers some time-saving tricks using its features. Huge help or documentation of the language is available on the internet, so if we have any problem, we can find its solution easily. So in this lecture, we looked at the introduction to C++ language and why is C++ so popular. And in the next lecture, we will write our first C++ program and will run it on the computer. If you like the videos, you can take the complete C++ course on Udemy.com. Link is given in the video description. And if you want discounted coupons for the course, type the word discount in the comment section. The contents of the course are shown here. The course is designed for absolute beginners and it takes you to advanced level using practical activities. Thank you.